What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into my channel, My Miraculous Life. My name is Michael Paul, Mike Beasy, whatever you know me as. This is going to be a different introduction. I got my friends here along, and we're about to do a song for you, alright? Esta mañana me desperté, pero el dolor que yo encontré, ay, mi amor, tanto dolor. There we go. I kicked you in the morning, text you at night. It seems like you never want to get things right. It makes me feel like I'm losing my sight. Man, I'm just trying to lead that blind, but I can't seem to find all the time where I rewind, but it ain't fine when I'm just thinking, damn, she's so fine. I can't believe I just did this right now, bro. All right, you guys, thank you. I don't even know these guys' names. I've never met them in my life. You guys want to spell your name on the video, bro? Carlos. Axel. All right. Fun, right? That was different. That was a different kind of introduction. I think that was. All right. Now that we're back on it, I just want to tell you, that's right, you watching this video, that you come from a long lineage of mariachi singers. That's right. Your great grandfather used to play the accordion. The name of today's video is Don't Let the Sun Set on Happiness. That's right. I want to make a video about the sun setting on happiness. Alright, so without further ado, we already had mariachi singers, we got like the whole banda, some little weird Mexican guy was singing a song and rapping. It was kind of weird. Alright, let's go ahead and let's break it down. So, happiness. What is happiness? Is happiness just an emotion? Is happiness just temporary? Is happiness something that can be attained or bought? Is happiness something that you worked hard for to earn? What is happiness to you? See, I wanted to make a video today to tell everybody, in my opinion and my thoughts, what happiness is and what is the formula for happiness. What does happiness consist of? All right, are you ready? Here we go. So you have things in your life, right? You got like people in your life, you got like actual material things in your life, and they sometimes, when you first get them, they bring you a lot of happiness, don't they? Like they make you really ecstatic. And like, for instance, have you ever bought a new car? That's a great feeling. That happiness is a great feeling. But tell me, how long does that happiness last? See, everybody's different, I get that. And some people might be happy with that new car for like a week. Some people might be happy with that new car for a year. But it's never permanent. Because then what? You're in a hurry and you're driving and you don't care. You spill coffee in your car, the seats get worn out and torn down, and you're really not as happy as you once were when you first got it, isn't it? Ooh, do I dare to go here? I think I am. What about your kids? See, when you first have your kids, it's amazing, right? It's this euphoria that comes with everything. You're a dad, you're a mom for the first time. You get to hold your baby that you conceived, and you watched it just grow in your womb for 9 months, and the baby kicked, let me out, and now the baby's out. But guess what happens to that baby? That baby grows up. And that baby, that once was a baby that just said nothing, and just cried when they needed something, is now a kid, a teenager, a young adult. And it seems to be like maybe they don't bring you that much happiness as you once had. And I'm not putting anything down against kids. You know, we love our kids. We all have, as a parent, personally, you have such a deep love and a profound love for your child that you only want what's best for them. You only want them to succeed. You only want to give them everything that you did not have growing up. And that's a good parent. Self-sacrificing, selfless, not selfish. And unfortunately, happiness is something that a lot of people don't have. And what we think that is the formula to be happy is actually that incorrect version of the formula to be happy. See, happiness is something that is not based upon your circumstances or what's around you. But happiness comes from something in yourself, in your soul. embedded in your spirit. See, I can be happy without having anything. You tell me, how many homeless people are sometimes happy? Like, they're happy. They're happy with the smallest things. Like, hey, somebody bought me lunch right now. Like, thank you so much, you bought me lunch. This happened to me today. September 6th, what was it, 15th, 16th? I don't know what day it is. I went to the store today, and there was a homeless man outside. And as he sat there, I saw a lady with cancer. And she had no hair. She had no eyebrows. She was very elderly. And I was on my phone. I was living very selfishly, like everybody else. And as I'm walking, and I see this lady, my heart just, right there. And I knew, that was God. That was God trying to tell me, Michael, put the phone down. I need you right now. I need you to tell her something. And it's not that really like God needs us. Like, I shouldn't phrase it that way. I mean, he's God. But I need you to answer the call. Because if you answer the call, not only are you putting your selflessness away and whatever it is that you have selfishly going on, and I'm going to bless you for being obedient, but I'm going to bless that person that needs that message. This is like a two-way street here where it's multi-purpose. And so what happened to me was I talked to the lady, and from me talking about God to the lady that was dying, the homeless man jumped up and asked, can I join the conversation? And immediately, all I had was like $33 cash. And I gave it all to him, and I prayed with him, and I told him that God wants to help you. And it's the same message I'm here to give you. God has not forsaken you. Believe me. And I know sometimes what stops us from coming to God is guilt. Is guilt from something that we thought was going to make us happy, right? Like a bad relationship. Like, you should have not jumped in that relationship with that person. Obviously. And then what happens is all these horrible, like, different molds and eras of your life that just accumulate, and you grow bitter. And you get bitter at God. You get angry at God. Because you think to yourself, man, God, where were you? Where were you when my grandfather died? Where were you when my parents got divorced? Where were you when I was struggling and I felt alone and suicidal? Where were you? Now, happiness is not what I am here to look for. I'm not. Because I know that just as much as I wanted that happiness, we all want to be happy. Tell me that you don't want the happy ending at your life, where you meet that person that's destined to love you forever, and you have the fairy tale ending to your life, right? You get to see your grandkids grow up. You get to grow old together. Maybe just not in that facet of love where you want the happiness, but let's say you want to be successful. You want to be somebody. You got dreams. See, Denzel Washington said it best. He said, dreams without goals are just dreams. So you got to set goals. And sometimes these goals don't make us happy. Believe me. Like when you first started to work out, and people that are trying to be fit and everything, like, I'm just going to throw this one out here really quick. Like when people go through a breakup, what's up with that? Like everyone's like, now I'm going to look like the sexiest version of me alive. Why? I just don't get it. I can't say anything. Like, I'm equally guilty of that. Like, baby, that's why. See, like, I don't know why it is that I think that if I do this and I change these aspects of myself, that I'm somehow going to be happy from doing that. But then what happens? See, like working out, it takes self-discipline. There's not many people that are going to get up and be like, I got to work out today. You have to train your mind to stop living through its excuses. Your excuses will tell you, nah, you're too sore. No. Remember last time your legs hurt so bad. No. You don't have time. You don't have time to do that. Man. Here, I'm going to help you see clearly here for a second. I'm not looking for happiness. And that same self-discipline that you have to retrain your mind and make it a habit, because that's what's going to have to become. It's going to have to become a habit for you to want to enjoy working out. So, I'm going to leave you with this story. There once was a king, and this king was the wisest king that ever lived, right? And he had many servants. And he told the servant, I want to send you on a mission to help me find happiness. And the servant said, sir, yes, your highness, I'll go anywhere you like. He said, there is a ring that will bring me joy and it will bring me sorrow. I need you to find that ring. So the servant went years looking for the ring. By that time, he would come back every time. Sir, look I found this ring. Is this the one? And the king would look at it and say, no, this is not the ring. And chuck it. And I'm pretty sure by that time, he had a large collection of rings, right? Probably the most expensive and finest materials ever known to man. It's not until one day that the servant got so fed up of looking for the ring. He went to a jeweler and he told him, my master wants me to find him a ring that will bring him joy and sorrow. Do you have anything like that? The jeweler said, wait right here. I'll bring you something. Sealed it up, brought it to him. He says, do not open it. Only the king must open it so he can see it for his eyes. Be the first one to see it. So the servant comes back, he takes the ring to the king and he tells him, your highness, I have found the ring. I have found the ring. The king says, all right, let me see it. He opens it up. He looks at it. And on it is a transcribe of a phrase. He starts to laugh. He starts to laugh so incredibly hard. He gets so happy. You can see like it's natural joy that just flows out from him. And at the same time, he stopped for a second. He reread it. And he got so sad. It was devastating. It almost made him cry. On the transcribe, the phrase of what was said on the ring, you want to know what it said? Are you ready? I'm sure your grandma or grandpa told you one day. This too shall pass. So when we have these phases in our lives that bring us happiness and joy, and we're just like, man, this is the best, right? It's gonna be forever. And it goes away. You lose your happiness. And you learn to rework yourself, thinking that if you change certain things around, that the happiness will somehow come back to you. Sounding familiar? But at the same time, those joys that we have are just temporary. And as long as we're aware of that the happy moment that you're going through, whether there's somebody special in your life that you get to spend time with, it's just temporary. For the most part, it will be temporary. Like 97% of the time, it's just temporary, unless they're blood related to you. So when you have those moments, just enjoy them. Like, thoroughly enjoy them, 100%. Give it your all and be yourself 100% there. Not on the phone. Not on the phone. Another one is sorrow. If you're going through some sort of pain right now, and this is a really hard time for you, I'm here to bring you good news. This too shall pass. It's just temporary. Sometimes we think that our failures, or the heartbreak, or the devastation, the loneliness, that's the end. Like that's how it's gonna be forever. And it's not. I'm here to tell you great news. That is just temporary. So that's it. That's the end of the video. That is your life right there. Just remember, happiness doesn't come from anything around you. And if it is something that is involved around you that has an effect on your happiness, enjoy it thoroughly while you have it. Because we are not promised tomorrow, and nothing is promised forever, except God's love. Have a great day. Till the next one.